What's up, my friends? How you doing? Let's get rid of that right there because there's no Plinko. We ain't doing Plinko tonight. No, tonight, the middle of the day, midnight, whatever time it is, wherever you are, it's going down. We got a Modern Horizons 3 pre-release kit that we're going to take a look at. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge how hilariously noobish I was today when it came to get the stream up and running. Like, this is the third iteration of the stream because I hit start streaming when I wasn't ready and it started streaming. And so I went and I was like, oh, end this, delete it, get it out of here. Because copyrighted stuff was playing in the background. And I'm just like, no. And then the second time I started the stream, it wasn't public. It was just unlisted. So you couldn't even see it. So third time's the charm, bringing all the smarm. All right. Let's share the live stream link in the Discord. And then we shall proceed from that point. All right. All right, there we go. Live stream link has been shared. Now it's time for the hellos. What up, Gossett, Jess, Eng, Thrive, Gerthulu, Felonious T, Zircon, Torch, Babylon, Kensiki. Who else we got in here? Tookie, Barry, Some. How many different YouTubers have you been running around with? Some? Huh? Here I was thinking that I was some special secret Asian flower and that I was the belle of the ball. And then I find out that you've been making custom cards for everybody, for any old sausage that wanders in off the street, for any old wrinkly unwashed dong. You're just like, yeah. My self-esteem has been trounced. I don't know how I'm going to make it through the rest of my life now. Anyways, back to the hellos. What up, Shelton, Lasagna, Dragon Raider, Loco, Thompson, Darth, Cheems, Juglum. I think I got everybody. Gossett, did you make it into that first stream? Really? Because it was like 4 or 5 seconds tops, right? I was on the screen too, I bet, because you could tell the stream wasn't supposed to be starting because it literally didn't have the stream starting, and then you could see me click, it's all gone. It's all gone. Barry's sad egg. Well, egg salad's here, bro. Egg salad is here. Thompson, how has my day been? It's been pretty good. Every day you're offended? Good. Some, they only got one. Oh, all right. Fair enough if they only got one. My glorious belly was on stream. Yeah, it must have looked like this because I was standing here getting things ready, right? And making sure that the angles were all right and everything. And then I just went, oh wait, this is live. Although I've had much bigger disasters with going live. On Twitch specifically, I was doing a stream and then I raided somebody else's stream, which is supposed to end, it's the end of my stream, everybody goes to another stream. So they went to everybody else's stream, but I forgot to shut off my actual streaming software. So Twitch decided that stream would continue. So when that other stream that I rated ended, it put everybody back into a stream with me and my camera was on, microphone and everything, but I had zero idea. And it was dinner time. So people just watched me eat a pulled pork sandwich and talk with Carly, right? For probably 45 minutes before I got a message saying, hey, did you know you're live right now? And I looked and I'm like, oh shit, what the? And I just ended the stream, right? And then I messaged Buddy back and was like, yo, why didn't you tell me? Why'd you wait so long to tell me, right? And he's like, I thought you were fucking with us because I've done all kinds of ridiculous streams. So, especially at that time, he just thought it was like, yo, I just thought you were messing with us and ignoring that we were there eating a sandwich and stuff. And I can't blame somebody for thinking that because that is I remember starting streams and sitting there with 5 different masks on and not saying anything. Like it was, it was all over the place. Loco, you love the intro? Hell yeah, buddy. Thrive says this guy needs to focus more on comedy. Really funny stuff. Hell yeah, brother. I like that. That's good with me. Gossett has the fastest fingers for getting first in chat. You're right, Jess. Not just chat though. Also, your mother. He gives her the 3-fingered. Who is it? Is it the Cobra? From the 5 Deadly Venoms, the Wacha, wacha, you know, breaking open that gourd. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Keebler, what's going on, bro? First name. How's it going, man? Nice to be here. I agree. I have myself a cup of peppermint tea. Going off these pills has been a little more of a rocky road than I was hoping for. It looks like they haven't fully cleared everything up, so yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I'm just gonna have I'm gonna stay away from the pop and the caffeinated teas and like stuff like that for now. It's just gonna be herbal tea action, right? So I got myself some nice peppermint tea. I went to get some almonds as well to be a nice treat for after streams, or if you don't pay attention to feeding yourself properly, you don't eat enough, how all of a sudden you'll just feel like, yo, I need food. Like I wouldn't qualify it as feeling shaky, but it's like you could get there if you don't eat, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna go get me some of those smoked almonds that I love, because I ran out of the ones that Fixer fixed me up with, and there was none. Like they were all cleared off the shelves, bro. It was just like, what the hell? So I got some roasted salted almonds, but they're not the double smoke goodness. Potts, what's up? Energy Turtle, happy Sunday to you too, big boy. Millennium, you finally managed to catch one of my live streams. Oh, is this your first time? Big fan of the normal videos, but usually work when I'm streaming. Fair enough. Well, sometimes I stream outside those hours, so if you want to make sure you can get to all the streams, you can go to the Discord. If you want to see the streams that have already happened, you can go to my stream archive. And if this is your first time here and you realize that you hate the live streams, well, then you don't have to do any of that, right? So that's up to you, man, because the reality is this is the deep end. This is the deep end of my channel, and not everybody can swim in these waters, right? Not everybody vibes with it, so fair warning. Normally, I don't give that to people. Every day, what cards are people excited for from Magic Historian 3? Wait, what do you... Oh, MH means Modern Horizons. I definitely didn't realize that. Some, you pre-ordered a bundle and a collector box. Not sure if you'll buy any additional packs. You don't need to. You're already giving Wizards enough money on this set, bro. I'm locked in for a pre-release. That's the level of engagement that I have for Modern Horizons 3. We're going to look at this pre-release kit, which isn't mine. I'll be getting mine at the pre-release on Friday. It's going to be a busy weekend. Pre-release into going to the Comic-Con. So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to all that. Too much broken stuff. I mean, what would I like out of mine? I mean, the flip planeswalkers are pretty sweet. I vibe on those. There's just like, honestly, some commons and uncommons that I want for my cube, right? Because I'm just limited to this pre-release kit. There's straight up like Breathe Your Last. I got a list of some of them. So where's the list? Well, there's Breathe Your Last, like, what was it? Null Elemental Blast. Yeah, those two, like, off the top of my head. The flares are nutty. All of it. Energy Turtle, what? Chlorine and pee are blinding in the pool in your area? I assume you mean in your area of the world, because it can't be happening here. No, this is it's like a fucking metaphorical pool, bro. Also, swim with your eyes closed, or don't submerge your head underwater that you know people are taking leaks in, bro. Right? Like, don't be, it stings my eyes. Close your eyes then, stupid. Come on, man. Come on, bro. So I'm hoping to not get any of the weird side profile guys for my from my kit. For me, for this kit, I'm hoping to see interesting stuff, and I'm hoping to get stuff that the game store owner, like, it has some value, so that he's not just chugging it for letting me open this, right? So let's take a look. Let us take a look. I'll be able to tell whether it needs. Hold on, actually. Let me just, before we do anything, let's make sure the camera's. It always like resets on me, so let's sharpen it up a bit. All right, everything resets on me. It's so annoying. I'm constantly having to tweak around with the cameras and everything. I don't even understand why, because it's not like the software updates, and that, like, that happens when it updates. I understand why, but it hasn't even updated. It's just like sometimes I'll remember your settings, but only rarely. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right. So buttons. There we go. Keebler, what? Watching your first live stream is like when you realize the weird uncle your mom tries to protect you from is really a badass dude who'll let you drink when you're 13. I hope that, like, now, when you said this guy that you were warned away from, this uncle of yours, let you drink, like, did you notice that when you had a lot of beers that you, like, would fall asleep, and then when you woke up your butt would hurt? Because I guess we need to have an intervention. This might be why you named yourself after those elves that live in that tree, because you're just trying to cope with the horrible thing that happened to you. But I got bad news for you, Keebler. You were molested, bro. Like, that's all the signs right there that I need to know to make a definitive judgment on not just your uncle, but your entire life. Anyways, back to magic arts. Keebler says, yeah, but that's what being boys is about, right? Your uncle taught you a lot. He taught you a lot. Millmaster, the key is to blur the memory. No, you want all the sights. You want all the sights and the smells. This is awesome looking artwork, honestly. This is like Ugins, what the hell's it called? Ugin something? Ugin something. Every day says, deep end live stream. Bam. All right. Hold on. I want to, like, pull this apart too so we can see what the inside. Mom, men don't tell moms. That's pretty funny, bro. Oh, one of the things I hate about these boxes is that they put artwork in the middle for you to look at, but they're like, this was a problem with the bundles for a bit too, when the inner bundle artwork would, like, instead of having little sticky tack adhesive that actually pulls off, it literally rips it, bro. Cause, like, it's just, I just messed up this dragon now, right? Hold on, let me switch it back. So look, like, that doesn't look good, bro. I don't know if the point is supposed to be you're just supposed to peek inside and see the dragon, but that don't feel right. That don't feel right. I do have this box where I keep all the little cardboard punch outs. I don't know if I'm ever gonna, like, need them specifically, but I do like the ones that are, like, check it out, it's a flying counter. So when you put a counter on it, like, the +1/+1s are probably never really gonna get used, right? The other side of it will, but, like, the +1/+1 side, usually you're gonna use dice in most cases, because when you have more than one +1/+1 counter, then it's way easier to read the gameplay state if you use a die. And using +1/+1 is, like, the counters instead in a stack is not going to be as easily discernible. Torch, this is going to be your first pre-release that you play? Oh, all right. Right on, man. Okay, did I get all of them? Nope, there's one more. Everyday good luck on my kit. Well, thanks, buddy. Every day you never punch them out and you just keep the card. What, these little things? These things? These I don't keep because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these. They don't really serve any purpose to me. I haven't found a good use for those. I do keep the divider inside the pre-release kit, though. All right, so we got the counters put away. So far, so good. All right, let's see what we got here. We got an Ulamog the Defiler. All right, as far as like promos go, that's pretty legit. Let's see what else is in this pack. What up, Rosala? How you doing? Use it for good fire starter when you go to camp. I mean, that is one use. Those cards would make good copy creature tokens. I guess you could use it for that era. That's not a terrible idea. Bam! Ulamog the Defiler. Very nice. And then you also have... Oh, they do have a pre-release code in there. Well, I'm going to keep that for myself. Bam. We got some double-sided cards with a nice little waterfall. So yeah, getting an Ulamog, that's a good score for him, man. I hope that... Now my kid is going to have... We just used up... Every day you just hosed me. You wish the good luck for this kit. And this is... I don't get to keep this. Oh, look at that. It's even got like the purple and black dye, which would be a good choice. A good choice for me. Let's see what the insert looks like. It is... Complete your journey to scenic blood-stained mire. I don't like it. I don't like these little touristy people with their like current Earth modern backpacks. Not a fan. All right, and then just the information on how to build the deck. Okay, so these are American boosters. When we did our previous openings, we were opening Japanese boosters. So we'll see what the card quality is like. I mean, you know what? Actually, you know what it kind of makes me think of? These two guys down here make me think of Fallout, right? Makes me think of Fallout. And then the insert, the divider looks like this. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Nothing too crazy there. Rosala, they spelled it that way because it's for the normies, not the Phyrexiords. Okay, so let's see. Wow, the packs are puffier. Still got the Japanese one here. You guys don't know the difference. You can tell when you're dealing with the Japanese created one because it'll have these like dots, the dots across the top instead of the lines. The way they seal the packs is different. You'll notice actually that there are only magic crimps. You never really find cards that have been like dot crimped. The Japanese process doesn't seem to result in crimps. All right, so first booster pack. Eric says the American cards are probably torn with wet ink. All right, well, it's going to be in a somewhat random order now. Because I dropped the pack. I spasmed. All right, let's bring it in a little bit. I hope that didn't mess up the focus. No, that still looks good. All right. So we're really, well, ooh. Okay. Well, the foils, let's see here. We got a foil swamp and a foil fanged flames. These are actually flatter than the ones that came out of the Japanese packs. They're, oh, wait. They're just curving a different way. Never mind. Never mind. Look at the angle, bro. They're warped. Okay. All right. We got a snake token. And then, oh. Oh, God. Can you guys hear the difference? Like, I'm not adding extra friction. I'm not pushing harder. Like, I feel like, oh, wow, Flooded Strand. Man, he's scoring hard with this one. All right. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, well, let's see. We already saw the Flooded Strand. Surprise, surprise. Flooded Strand and Chthonian Nightmare. Well, his kit seems pretty good so far. The quality, though, my friends, the quality is definitely in the lacking department here. Like, good Lord. That is rough. That is rough. Dragon Raider, you're confused, like who needed to visit Bloodstained Mire? It's a very weird choice. I guess they just decided, look, we can use artwork we already have kicking around. We don't have to commission anything special for it. We'll just have somebody draw two little dudes on it. Two little Studio Ghibli guys. All right. Let's see what's in the next booster pack here. Oh, God. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up too well, but like just the surface of this is not great looking, bro. That's unfortunate. All right. We got, yep, this is definitely going to be like this for all the packs. We got an Arena of Glory, a foil expanding ooze. Oh, that island looks nice. That's some nice artwork. So there we go. That's what we got out of that pack. Obviously, coming off the heels of the previous one, there's, it's crazy, man. I feel like I could easily sort these into the, oh, my fingers feel like strange too. Man. Loco, you want a Studio Ghibli Lorcana set? That'd be cool. I'll be all right with that. All right, so in this one we got, oh, Ampter. We got a Ruby Medallion and a Strict Serenade. This is the new Swan Song, right? All right. I mean, yeah. The cards that are coming out of here are not too shabby. Not too shabby so far. I think he's going to be happy with what he got. The Greatest Chemicals, yup. Sure is. It surely is. Because unfortunately, Wizards charging more for a product doesn't translate into them taking more care with their product. Oh, the pre-release codes, how many can you use? 5 codes per account. So you can use 5 of these Modern Horizon pre-release codes. All right. Not a fan of that. There we go. This. I want one of these for my cube. It's crazy that you can get. This is like straight up better. They made the one card that was a rare, right? What the hell was it called? Hero's Downfall or something like that? 2 black and 1, destroy target creature or planeswalker at instant speed. And then they took it from a rare to an uncommon. And now they printed it as an uncommon, but you gain a life for each of its colors. So it's like, it's awesome. It's awesome, but the power creep is for reals, bro. Snow-covered waste, not too shabby. Oh, let's see. You know, that's one thing I wanted to compare. I want to compare the double-faced from the Japanese stuff to the American stuff. All right. So it looks like for the American printing of the double face, they actually just feel normal. All right. Fanatic of Ronus, Mr. Snake, Snapping Void Craw, foil. All right. All right, this guy's pretty nutty, right? 2 mana for a 1/4, but you can tap him for 4 mana if you have a creature with power 4, and you can eternalize him. So when he's eternalized and he comes back, he can auto make that mana. It's pretty gross. As a big fan of green, I gotta say I dig it. I dig it. Oh, this token looks so poorly printed, man. That part's a travesty, I gots to say. I gots to say. What up, Doomblade? What's going on, Cart Boy? I don't know like what exact changes Wizards has made, but it's definitely causing the cards to have a weird feel to them, right? Okay, so we got this stuff, the common-y stuff. Oh, no. Huh. Almost looks purple up here. Null Elemental Blast? Oh, boo. Signature Slam, I hate it. Corum the Undertaker. I don't think I've seen this. Black, a red, and a green. 1/0/5. Gets +X/+0, where X is the greatest power among creature cards in all graveyards. Whenever he attacks, everyone mills a card. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in graveyards or put there from libraries this turn. Okay. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid, honestly. Not too shabby. Rosalind, nah, there ain't no AI artwork in this set. I can guarantee that. The whole point of sets like these is to use the slush art they already have kicking around. So all of the artwork that they put in the set is stuff they commissioned for previous sets that never got used. And so now it's all just being shoved into this product, which is, these kind of products are the perfect place for slush art because you're not beholden to any particular world. So it's not narrative breaking. It's like this is what works. Stuff like Thunder Junction, where they just throw everybody onto the same plane at the same time and say, they're all here and there's no reason for it. That doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. But when you have a set like this, which isn't actually in any set place or time, so it pulls across all of Magic's time, all of Magic's locations, you can, man, there is really something on these cards. Good Lord. It is built up on my fingers. Strange. All right. We got a fledgling. Oh, yo, Grist as well. We got the flip Grist. Oh, and the cool foil Spawn Gang Commander too. Right on. Right on. Bro, I wish this was my pre-release kit. This is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. All right. Last pack, and then I can go wash my hands and get whatever this is off. Nah, it ain't a waxy feeling. It don't feel waxy. It's something, but it ain't waxy. Path of Annihilation has some crazy artwork. I wonder what this was originally for. Wrath of the Skies, a foil Sage of the Unknowable, a foil Swamp, and the art card of that swamp. That's kind of fun. That's kind of fun to get together. I like that. I mean, you could use those as swamps, I guess, if you wanted. It's pretty wild, the lands with the Eldrazi showing in them like that. Pretty nuts. All right, so that's the stuff from the kit. So hold up. I'm gonna go and wash my hands, and then we'll talk about my overall thoughts on whether it's worth it or not. Millennium, no, it's not my kit. This was basically the guy who owns the LGS lets me open stuff in advance for funsies, right? So I will be going to a pre-release. And unfortunately, this won't be my pre-release kit. I wish, because it had a bunch of nice stuff in it. If this, like, the question of are these pre-release kits worth it, it's like a yes and a no, right? Where it's like, on one hand, the card quality is very poor, right? So that's a no. On another hand, you've got the fact that a lot of the stuff in this set is like hyped and has high pre-release prices. So you might feel like you got your money's worth out of it. But you're like, it's insane. These kits are like $80 in Canada, and it's just 6 booster packs plus a random promo and a pre-release code if you like attach any value to those. Most people don't, but theoretically you can sell them to other people, right? So you gotta tack that value in there. So it really comes down to, if you really like to gamble on boosters and just see what you're gonna get, then I mean, if you were gonna get 6 boosters loose anyways, then the kit's just giving you an extra promo in there. And then the other question is, are you actually going to play in a pre-release? Like, are you going to use these to play some kind of event either at the game store, or you're picking it up to play like against somebody else at home or whatever? Because there is additional value included in that regard, right? But if you're bringing a pre-release kit home, you could just emulate it by using 6 boosters, and you could get Japanese boosters and just do that. It's not like you have to actually use a kit, right? The set boosters, not set, they're called play boosters now. The play boosters are available right when the set comes out. So, what up, Kenny? How's it going? Floof, you're hoping you don't get garbage from your booster box and pre-release kit? Well, that is the chant of everybody who gets the products, right? Give me the good cracks and not the bad packs. Yeah, Millennium, that is correct. It's too swingy. You're paying a big entry price, right? Like, Modern Horizons 3 is expensive with no justification other than Wizards wants Modern to be an expensive format to play, right? They're like, we want to force rotation in, and we want you to have to pay a high price for that. So we're going to create a product that is included in your format. Like, it's pretty hilarious on one level, because Wizards clearly doesn't care if they break Modern or what happens to it. The only thing that has to happen is things have to get shaken up. That's it. That's the rule. Stuff has to get shaken up. Things have to change so that they can sell you new stuff. But they don't care what happens to Modern, because they're very much leaning into the everybody plays Commander and you only play for a year and a half, so we're just going to milk you and not worry about anything else. That seems to be the way of things. So, like, the price on this Modern Horizon stuff isn't really justified by anything other than Wizards' desire for it. So if you're not playing in any kind of event with it, it's pretty much a no, unless you're just, I want that extra pre-release promo gamble included, or maybe actually care about getting the spin downs or whatever, right? Like, sometimes the stores will toss in some booster packs when you buy pre-release kits, so you might have to factor that in as well. Hex, why is Commander so popular? Commander is popular because it's casual and people didn't, well, nowadays things are changing a bit, but it's laid back 4-player Magic most of the time, right? So you can sit around with your friends playing a game that takes 3 or 4 hours. Like, Commander is closer to a board game than Magic. So there's a lot of people who like to play kitchen table style Magic. I mean, if Wizards was wrong about how many people played Commander, there wouldn't be so many people playing Commander, and they would have switched directions, right? So clearly there's a bunch of people interested in Commander. They like the whole singleton nature of it, or just the way the gameplay goes. It certainly is, like, Commander decks are way less boring than standard decks, stuff like that. While I've played a lot of events like those, the biggest problem becomes it's incredibly dull playing against the same handful of cards over and over. Arena really helps drive that home when you can play a lot of games and realize that if we're both playing 60-card decks and we're maximizing with 4 of the cards we're playing, sometimes you're only playing like 9 different cards. So between us, we only have 18 different Magic cards that we're even playing with that aren't lands. And that is repetitive and boring in some ways, right? So it's fine when you're playing in some kind of competitive setup and maybe you like enjoy, like, yo, I know the format really well, I know these specific decks and how to play into and out of them, all that, I understand the appeal of that. But I also understand that it's very boring playing with the same handful of cards over and over and over. So Commander lets you play with, like, you've got 60 some odd different cards. There's going to be a few overlap cards in everyone's deck, like Soul Ring and stuff like that, but you're probably going to have 200 different cards that could show up in the course of a game. And nobody's, well, maybe not, shouldn't say nobody, because people play all kinds of different decks, but the games can go on longer. Nobody gets blown out right away. And if somebody's playing something disagreeable, the other 3 people can just like wail down on them. It's a completely different beast than regular Magic. I will fully admit that I like the deck building aspects of Commander. That stuff is cool. But playing like 4-player Magic and stuff is not for me. So I am obviously not in the majority, although part of that, the reason there's more people playing Commander now is because Wizards has catered more and more to Commander, which brings more people into it, and they've clearly signaled to us that Standard isn't nearly as important, right? So the main entryway they used to have for Magic was Standard. It's gone now. And you have a bunch of people who are older school players who dipped after Magic 30 or any other number of reasons. So most of the people who've come into Magic are going to have come in the last couple of years. And Commander is what is on the menu, right? It's what everyone's shepherded towards because it's A1 for Wizards. They can make Commander stuff in every set. They can just shove it in there. They don't have to worry about balancing, and they don't even have to tend to the format. They make it the rules committee's problem. A bunch of unpaid people who just go, we make the rules, but you guys need to make the rules yourself. There's no like set codified, like set in stone rule set for Commander. It's here's the rules, but you can just make up whatever rules you want at your table, and you have to talk ahead of time. It's different, man. Money, yep, money can factor into it too, especially since arenas started. Like people will come into the store and be like, hey, I want to play Standard. Can I buy a Standard deck? Nope, there's no such thing. There's no product you can buy that'll just give you a deck for Standard. We used to do that, but not anymore. And then it's like, oh, okay, well then what do I do? Just build the deck that I played on Arena but singles? Yep, that's what you do. Just buy the singles. Okay, can I get 4 Sheoldreds? Because I'm playing this black deck. Okay, that'll be $400. And it's like, no, I just said I just wanted 4 Sheoldreds. Yeah, no, that's $400. Oh, well, I have to go now. Goodbye. Right? Like, or I don't want to play Standard. What are those decks you got on the shelf there? Huh? All right. Give me one of those Commander decks. Right? They put them out with every set. Commander is everywhere now. So from a price perspective, yep, absolutely. So yeah, for me, it's Cube. Cube is what is my premier format because you can just play with just one other person. Don't gotta worry about anything. You're both on equal power level because you have access to the same cards. All of it. It's great. And the Cube like is a static thing that Wizards literally can't influence because it's not like a format they can get into. It's a personal creation kind of thing. So it is proof against everything that they do, and you can easily just leave your cube as is at any point and never be left behind because it is its own experience. Torch, yes, I did open the packs already. That's correct. So yeah, Standard is like a 3-year like nonsense fest now. Saint, I don't think that I agree with that, buddy. I don't think that you can make a $10 viable Commander deck at all. I think you bring in a $10 deck, you're going to get stomped down. And not by super competitive people, but nah. Trying to pretend like Commander is as financially accessible as Pauper is, nah. That doesn't line up with the current reality, bro. So you can technically put cards into a pile and call it a commander deck for that cost, but you're not going to build anything that's going to do anything to anybody. You're going to lose every time, right? That's it. That's it. Super backer, are the pre-release kits worth it, or just get a bundle? I'd probably just get a bundle, buddy. If I was given the choice between the two. What up, 10-4? How's it going? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Magic looks like further down the road. What will the full on, like, it's not just Commander, but the focusing on Commander, Wizards has just effectively said, we don't really care about world building so much anymore, so we're just going to slap sets together and whatever. Maybe sometimes you'll get one with a story, and I mean, we'll technically give you a story like they did with Thunder Junction, but it's all stapled together and not cohesive. Adam McKenzie with the super chat saying, buy yourself a revised starter deck, Time Machine not included. Bro, how wild is it that you and I, like 30 years ago, were sitting down with a box of revised cards, playing for each other's Force of Natures and Royal Assassins and stuff. I can still distinctly remember. That was like my favorite time in Magic, bro. When we started and we didn't have like access to everything, and we just kind of had to discover what there was as we went along. You know, it's just like, yo, this is awesome. Opening packs of Legends and the Dark, and those days were dope. Zero Sum, you're having trouble getting hyped for Modern Horizons 3. Is it good? Well, if you're not hyped for it, don't worry. You don't have to be. It's totally fine to just go, maybe you'll see a card or two that, like, rev your engines, but you don't have to be, like, super stoked on the whole set, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, I wasn't that hyped on Markov Manor or Thunder Junction. I've enjoyed some stuff from Modern Horizons 3, especially based on the actual, like, lore tie-ins and stuff actually making sense. I enjoy getting that kind of stuff because I've been starved for it. Markov Manor and Thunder Junction left me high and dry in that regard. So yeah, Bloomborough. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping for it to be really solid. First name, you started playing when you were 13? Yeah, I was like 15, bro. What up, Goonies? How you doing, buddy? See, I don't know, man. Building commander decks actually seems like fun. It's just I don't enjoy the actual process of playing Commander. And building a Commander deck for a one-on-one game would result in you making something much different, right? Kenny, did I pick up anything from Thunder Junction for my cube? There's a few things in there. I don't have like a bristly bill, or there's definitely some stuff I'm on the lookout for that I will add at some point. But, you know, I didn't make a mental list, honestly, of what I shoved in there. So I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Stuff gets put on the desk and it gets sleeved, and then it just gets like tossed in and kind of forgotten about. Especially since the last thing I added was a bunch of proxies. So like, if I was keeping track of the things that I had put in, they would have been bumped down the list. Riz Miller, you might be too excited about Magic because you're spending hundreds of dollars on it, but you don't have an active play group. I mean, you got to enjoy yourself. There's tons of awful things you can spend your money on, right? Like, you could be throwing it away into a mobile game where you'll never see it again, right? At all. At least with this, you got the cards. Is it overpriced? Yeah. Is there better things you could spend your money on? Yeah. But it would suck if we all were forced to just spend our money on the absolute best things we could buy with it, because it would always be practical stuff and it would so rarely be what you actually desire. And life is short, buddy. Life is short. You gotta enjoy the cardboard rectangles and drink the delicious drinks like hot chocolate. Hex, you sold your 40 dual lands like 25 years ago. I sold, I don't even know how many dual lands. Power 9, Lotus, all that stuff. I sold all my Magic cards a couple of different times throughout the years. Well, I guess I didn't sell all of them, but like I sold the ones that were worth selling mostly, and then the rest were just like left in a box in my parents' basement or something, essentially abandoned. So there was a few different times where I got in and out of Magic, and but it's been so long. This current journey in Magic has been the longest by decades now. Yeah, like I haven't stepped away from Magic in a long time. In a long time. But I've definitely felt my relationship with the game change as they've made changes that I don't agree with. Like, I obviously fall into the minority of people who genuinely care about like cohesive story and would like them to like overall keep things fairly balanced, but that's like not on the menu, right? So I end up finding myself disappointed, but not enough to be like, yo, I'm done, I'm out. It's just, it made it easier to deal with the fact that like Thunder Junction and Markov Manor, that stuff was getting more expensive when it's like, well, it's not something I'm like really hardcore angling for anyways. Bloomburrow's probably going to be a different story, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to Bloomborough because, like I said, life is short and you got to enjoy your cardboard rectangles. So I'd like to be enjoying Magic more than I have been. Magic 30 left me bitter for too long, bro. Left me bitter for too long. And yeah, I don't know, man. I wanna vibe on more Magic, and if the lore has changed and they're not doing it that way, it's not requisite. It's just something that I enjoy. I started playing Magic before they had the novels, before the novels had anything to do with the sets. So there wasn't like a cohesive story when I started. So that definitely isn't a requisite for me to play Magic. And I'm not gonna like Thunder Junction. That made me go, okay, whatever, bro. I'm literally not going to engage with the stories that I think are terrible. And if they make ones that I think are enjoyable, then I will engage with it, rather than engaging with them and getting annoyed at the lack of effort and poor writing. Because whatever, man. Whatever. There's lots of awesome stories out there and fun stuff for me to read and enjoy. Like, I can get my stories in other places. Magic, if they don't want to deliver that, that's fine. It diminishes it for me, but doesn't change the gameplay, which is, I mean, that's why we're here, right? The actual gameplay. So, yeah. That's it is what it is. It is what it is. Darth, you're building an EDH deck right now, listening to me. Sitting down and building decks can be fun, man. I remember I used to just pile tons of cards into a stack and then just start weeding out what didn't feel like it was going to work as well based on what I was trying to get the deck to do. Millmaster, you were excited because a new game store is opening up near you. They don't advertise Magic at all. They only sell sealed and don't run any Magic events. Well, I guess that gets rid of your excitement, right? Chimmick missing that deep lore. I suppose there's a couple different ways to look at it, right? And I don't feel like looking at it like getting too super bummed about it when I can still go. I've got all the Magic novels. I can go back and enjoy the lore that previously exists. I got decades of this stuff out of a game that I never originally thought was going to last that long, right? So Magic has exceeded my expectations wildly in terms of its longevity. And the reality is that younger generations aren't really going to have an interest in card games the same way. So Wizards is going to have to scramble to try and bring in people any way they can anyhow. Like, bringing in the new generations ain't going to work because little Timmy and Becky don't give a crap about cardboard rectangles, bro. They're digital kids living in a digital world, and the physical things they're interested in aren't going to be archaic card games, right? So Doomblade, that's what you get, man. That's what happens when they focus on Commander that much. Loco, Final Fantasy 16 has the best news story. Well, maybe it's time for me to give Final Fantasy another chance because I haven't played any since Final Fantasy 12. Jess Super Chat says I farted so hard today my spaced out butthole bled, and then just Bigfoot. Had some extra characters. Bigfoot. Well, take it up with Bigfoot. Keep it out of your butt, right? Stop sticking Slim Jims up there or whatever you're doing with your free time, man. Nothing you're sure you'll get a box when Final Fantasy set hits next year. There's different properties they are doing are different levels of exciting to different people, right? Like, I would be over the moon if they were like, yo, we're doing Legend of Zelda themed Magic. I'd be like, yeah, man, let's go. At this point, they're already going to all these different IPs, so under the current auspices, the best thing I can hope for is IPs that I particularly enjoy, right? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Keep hope alive. I mean, I doubt we'll get a Nintendo Wizards crossover, but can hope. Kenny, your son's 11 at the end of the year, and trying to get him to play Magic with you is tough. He's all about that Fortnite life. Board games are still a go. Just got Battleship and Hungry Hippos. Yeah, I mean, like, Magic cards aren't exciting to most people. You just pick it up and just go, okay, this is it. What do we do? You hold them in your hand and then you put them on the table. Or they're like all kinds of like game pieces and a board. No, shut up. You put them on the table and we pretend we're wizards. Oh, no, Dad, I don't want to do this. Right? Like, well, Jess, if you don't know if it stopped, you need to go get some tampons, bro. Loco collecting the Final Fantasy TCG. Yeah, that one flopped here. It did not do well. I don't know why. Maybe it had to do with the fact that they had severely limited supply when the game launched, which is not what you want to have happen. You want people to be able to get it and play with, because otherwise your game will not get adopted. If you have supply issues at the beginning, that is almost certainly going to be the end of your card game before it even starts. Because, yeah, I had a little bit of that Final Fantasy when it came out. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. The older stuff. Specifically. You know, like, once you start getting to, like, X and X2 and stuff, I played them, but obviously I prefer a more traditional fantasy aesthetic overall, right? That's what I want in games like that, especially when it's like what I've already been delivered. Like Final Fantasy VII really diverged from Final Fantasy VI, but it was also a really epic game. So I was like, all right, yeah, no, Final Fantasy VII is really solid. But Final Fantasy VIII did the same kind of super soldier thing, and it wasn't as good. It wasn't like a terrible game, but it wasn't as good. Final Fantasy IX went back to the goodness. Final Fantasy X was wonky as hell, you know? Final Fantasy 16 is old school feeling. It feels like 6. Oh, all right. That makes it sound interesting. That gets my curiosity going. Hex, you stopped playing Magic for PC games? It's understandable. Computer games have a lot to offer, bro. A lot of fun experiences. And you can get great deals on them. Dragon Raider, it's true. What, I gotta use my imagination for this game? I mean, if you look at all the awesome graphics and games they have now, like, I don't know if I ever would have gotten into Magic. If I was born and they had all these epic video games and all this stuff available and you could just play it all, and I had like a smartphone and all that, would I really, like, why would I mess around with fiddly Magic and all this stuff? It's way easier to just go digital, right? Just go get yourself a big jug battle cruiser lady on Azure Lane. Nothing. I don't know. I never tried Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 12 is where I just kind of went. It felt so boring. The story felt stilted. None of the characters felt like interesting or special. It was just very generic and unengaging. The only thing I remember liking about Final Fantasy 12 really was the gambit system, where you could pre-program in commands so you could like have a smoke while you're fighting or make a sandwich or something, you know, like. Doomblade, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about, son. I do know that it's intermission time, so enjoy a little bit of this action. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch! Bookmark that Amazon link! I got fucking bills to pay, y'all! Use my Amazon link! This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch! Bookmark that Amazon link! I got fucking bills to pay, y'all! Use my Amazon link! This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch. Alright, I'm back. I am back. I feel like I might need to start making like a full-on teapot of herbal tea, because this peppermint tea is gonna run out. Juggle 'em, you're afraid the new Call of Duty is gonna suck? Well, the good news is you can just wait. Like, when a new game comes out, you can just wait. Let other people buy it and try it, and then you can see how it's going. Because there's tons of people who grab a game right when it comes out, man. Bobby, the only reason you play Magic over video games is because it gets you out socializing? That makes sense. Doomblade, I'm calling you out over Azure Lane. I'll call you out if I find out which you. It depends on who you picked as your main character. 15 gigs, bro? You probably have the full 15 gigs downloaded on your phone, don't you? Dedicated a whole 15 gigs to big jugged anime ladies? You know what? You know what that gets for me? Fucking thumbs up. Have fun with it. They advertised that crap on my Instagram and I showed Carly. It showed some whore in like a in like a water tank or whatever with bubbles just covering her jugs. Like that's like it's like the ultra hooer version of Warbschweiz's battle cruiser animes. Yeah, Doomblade. You can't post that shit. You can only send stuff like that in like direct messages, bro. Loco, you got a ton of Azure Lane Weiss singles. Wait, is Azure Lane is a Weeb Schwarz card game? What? The Discord link's in the description. What are you talking about, Doomblade? It's right there. It's like, you gotta scroll down. You gotta scroll down. It's right below the merch link and right above the Twitter one. I thought Azure Lane is a mobile game. Mobile game with the whores. Azure Lane is an anime they did a card set for. Oh, it's a show? It's a show about big jugged battleship ladies? All right. All right. It's fucking probably quadruple X show. Oh, it's hilarious, man. So as like a kid, you can just download that game, right? Like why would you play Magic when you could just smack your dong against your smartphone? Right on her anime face, right? You know that's what they're doing. You know that's what the kids are doing these days. They're not getting into Magic because they're smacking their dicks on their cell phones, guys. They're putting ham slices on top of their cell phones. The kids are fucking ham phones. They're ham boning the ham phones, bro. If you've got a son and you got cold cuts at your house, I promise you he's putting them on the phone and banging them. So those of you who have kids, you're welcome. This has been one of those like parental public service announcements like back in the day where they're like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Yeah, they're up in their room banging the ham phone. You better get that kid a waterproof case, boy. Oh. They're out of school and they're named after ships. All right. All right. Jess, if you do get rich from your pie coins, do I want to go Bigfoot hunting? Yeah, bro. If you become super rich, you can pay for a fucking four-wheeler and we'll put on goofy hunting gear and shit and we'll go and eat some fast food out where a Bigfoot will be and hope that nobody gets shot by accident because we're all fucked up. Dragon Raider, you think Hasbro's doing a Miku secret layer to test the water for an anime set? Anything's possible now, man. Anything's possible now. They want to do tons of crossovers going forwards, right? So ideas that would have sounded ludicrous to me before, the plausibility has rocketed upwards. We're living in strange days. Wizards of the Coast is gonna do an Azure Lane secret lair where you can see the ladies' buttholes. Millmaster's volunteering to get in on the expedition as well. Potts, yep, Marvel is absolutely happening. They've already told us that. Forget the weird universe beyond stuff. I'm way more curious about what they're actually going to do in the Magic universe. Like Bloomborough, and then we've got like a haunted horror, Duskmorn. I'm a House of Horror, which is a cool idea. Hopefully they don't screw it up. And we've got a stupid Death Race, dumb nonsense set that's coming. But what's after that? Like, what ludicrous nonsense are we going to have after that? The Kellen saga seems weird. The Kellen saga seems weird because they stapled it on at the end. Kellen wasn't meant to be in all these sets, but Wizards marketing pushed too hard and just made a bunch of bad choices about who was going to be the lead for all their sets. And they decided that every set was going to be led by ladies, right? So they realized, this isn't making us as much money and doing as well as we thought it would. We need to put some dudes in the forefront too. So that's why they grabbed Kellen and shoved him in. You can see when you look at the story for Lost Caverns of Ixalan, for example, that it was absolutely supposed to be about Amalia, right? Like Amalia was supposed to be the savior and she was going to be the key. Like the whole big story was going to be about her, but they stapled Kellen onto it. And they did that with a bunch of sets because their marketing research data told them that they had made a miscalculation and that they needed to change it up to more accurately align with their demographics. Doomblade, yeah, go for it, buddy. Go for it. I'll have a laugh. I showed Carly the Azure Lane ad yesterday. It was just like, look at this. Look at how hilarious this is. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Because you said you spent a bunch of money on the game, didn't you? Eric, anything's possible. Anything's possible. They could have a Mad Max tie-in. Who knows? Who knows? Everybody's ludicrous suggestions don't, like, I don't look at them and go, what, are you crazy anymore? Because it's just like, yeah, sure. Well, anything. Anything you can dream of, Wizards might do. Who knows? Who knows? Man, I wish I could have got those smoked nuts. I wish I could have got those smoked nuts. So disappointing they didn't have them. Man, this takes a bit to load. So this is what you're spending your time on? This is what you're doing? Holy shit, look at the size of that bitch's jugs. What the fuck? Holy crap. That's so fucking big. Oh, that's just a ribbon. That's hilarious. That what month does the horror set come out? I don't know. I don't know. That's hilarious. Those some fat jugalugs. A serialized Michael Jordan Space Jam Magic card? God. Why? Why? What up, Ice Cold? 10-4 is like, don't make me go download this game. You do what you want to do, buddy. You do what you want to do. Alright, let's see here. Yo, this one with her in the water tank is the one that's the one that we saw on. You've got the one that they use in the ad on Instagram, bro. Oh, that's funny. Cranky, are they worth it? Well, there's a number of cases where they are and the number of cases where they aren't. So if you're going to play in a pre-release, then it's probably going to be a yes for you. So you should go and enjoy it. 9-4, you'll be eating ham sandwiches. Wait, eating them? Bro, if you say you're eating ham sandwiches when previously in the stream I talked about how kids are putting ham on their phones and banging it, that means you're eating the banged ham meat. You realize that, right? Like, you didn't think this through at all. You're eating the dick meat, bro. Right? And now that I think about it, if we're talking about the kids, you're also going to jail. Cranky, hope you don't open a cursed mirror. I feel you. I opened the kit for the store, and there's a bunch of goodness in it. So that makes me gut feel like when I open my kit, it's going to be janked. It's going to be janked. I hope it's not the case, but could happen. Just thinking about it's making my nose itch. Man, that's hilarious. That show. What the hell is that? What the hell is the show about? These women are battleships or whatever? I don't see any of that. I don't see any of that. Just fat juggalugged. Oh man, it's so like the opposite of what Magic's doing, where they're like, take Brea, make her Lady Gaga, and she technically has jugs maybe, but like, Jess, that's right, the subway did intestinal damage to you, bro. The waifu in the pool tank is a skin. The other one has the biggest honkers in the game canonically. Wait a minute. Why am I doing this magic historian stuff when I can be the magic honk historian? And I can just, apparently people want to know who's got the biggest tits according to the lore. According to the lore, Jub Jub has the largest wonglies. Oh yeah. Oh. It's like they put two arts that I do not care for on the same thing, man. These deck box these booster box inserts used to be way better when they had like a full on piece of art across the whole thing, and now they're just like most of it's for advertising. Come on, man. I can save it to make it sound like there's a storm outside. Because apparently that's what a storm sounds like to me. Does anybody, like, when you get a box, do you ever look at this, like, draft archetypes and draft with other people, getting a box yourself? Like, does anybody actually do that? I never see anybody using these draft archetype layouts. Dragon Raider, that would be the magic tit storian. Let me tell you a story about some titties. Doomblade says, fun fact, the creative advisor Elaine's a female, so she know exactly what the demographic of her audience is. Nothing wrong with some fat jugs, son. It's like, scan here to discover the coolest cards. You know what? I don't think I've ever scanned it. I'm going to do it. Let's see. Hello, fat jugged ladies. I forgot you were on my screen. All right. Good Lord. I'm like such a dinosaur that my brain's like, what do I do? Do I just open up my camera and point it at it and then it will tell me what to do? Because if not, then I'm hosed. Oh, this one has a different camera icon. That's why. Okay. Do you just scan the QR code? Do I need a QR reader? Nope, that's not doing it. Oh, there we go. All right. So it takes you to a link. Okay, it takes you to the Modern Horizons 3 card image gallery. That's not too shabby. All right, that's fine. It does what it says. Yeah, 10-4. I kept some of the full art box topper things, but these new ones, I don't care about them at all. Yeah, 10-4 it did. It did have a built-in reader. It just took some repositioning, and I guess at first I took a picture like an old Magoo. Like, whenever my phone updates and it's like, we've got new features and new ways to do things, ready for a tour? And I'm like, no, never ask me again. You better not have changed anything I already know how to do. When I was young, I'd be like, I want to know everything this thing can do. And now when I get something, I'm like, I want to know like 2 things this can do, and that should be enough for me. I don't want to waste my time with all this fiddling. Are you ready to personalize your experience? You can decide the level of shading on your emoticons. And I'm just like, like, I would rather pound this phone up my ass than customize emoticons. Like, are you kidding me? I don't use emoticons with anybody but Carly, and that's because she likes them, right? I think emoticons are fucking dumb, and I also think they're for ladies, so I don't use them. Emoticons are for the ladies. You want to spend a while customizing them or whatever? Cool. I don't. I'd rather fucking gargle bleach. Juggle them. Look, ladies have back problems because they have big jugs because nobody's being nice enough to hold them up for them. Those look heavy. Let me hold them for you. Oh. Yeah, I'm just an old crank, man. The emoticons and all that shit. Come on, man. Where's that? There's like a fucking hair on my lip. There we go. Got it. But for real. Like, I don't care about all the features of anything anymore at all. I'm like, I just need this phone to do the things I did on my old phone, and that's it. Jess, all you do on a phone is change your background? Yep, I do that. Google Windows 11 Copilot recall if you want to be scared of the future of upgrades. You know what? I'm not going to do it right now, but I will look it up, because why not? You got me interested. The whole, like, AI thing. There's the one computer that me and Carly have hooked up to the TV that's just for watching stuff on, right? And it had some little icon down in the bottom that was changed. She's like, Carly's like, what's that? And I'm like, I bet you it's something about AI, right? And then she checks it out. It's like, sure enough, it's like, use our AI thing. Like AI is fucking dumb right now, and companies are like tripping over each other to be like, "We're using it, man. We're using it. Like, and it's awesome. We're gonna be the ones." And then you just go, "This is awful." I don't use any of it. I don't have like, listen to what I'm saying, so you're stupid. Are you saying something to me right now? No, phone, and I never will. I won't talk to you. You're not a fucking person. I don't need to talk to my phone. Tell me what the weather's like. I can type it for my fucking self, okay? So yeah, I expect at some point they'll have the AI figured out in a way that's actually useful for us. But now it mostly just seems like a hassle we're being forced to use in some cases because the companies are just like, no, we're rolling this out. It doesn't matter if you have a bad experience. We're just using you as testers. Well, whatever though. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's coming either way. There's no stopping it. It's not like you like it's not like anybody can stop AI. All these companies. You see companies posting excitedly about how they like, yo, we're doing way more work with way fewer people. And it's like, hooray, a bunch of people who don't have jobs while you use all this AI that's gonna make terrible stuff where everybody wins. Masad, you like to use AI to write student letters of recommendation? They just say insane things and you don't ever read them. I recommend this guy. He has excelled in the field of killing dogs. And then you just fucking hand it over. They don't read it. They say, why am I not getting anybody call me back for jobs? Jess, your app doesn't like that you have your location turned off. It's funny all the different apps that are like, give us access to your contacts and your pictures and no, no, I'm not giving you access to any of that. Why won't you give us access to these things? It's like, cause fuck you, you don't need them for the purpose of this, so no. No. Scorpio guy says someone once said AI should do the dishes and laundry so they could do their art, not their art so they can do the dishes and laundry. Well, it'll eventually get to the point where you'll just have like a functional AI house where it like you just drop your fucking clothes into wherever, into the fucking clothes box, and then the fucking computerized system just takes it, washes it, moves it over to the dryer, folds it, puts it in your closet for you, all in the internals inside of the house. The fucking fridge will order any food that you're missing. Like it'll program a menu for you and just cook the food and go, you're having burgers tonight, and it'll just give you burgers. Like that will happen for people. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna have like a Jetson style life. What up, Brady? But for now, AI ain't useful for anything other than taking people's pre-existing work and jamming them together and then having people who have no creative capabilities think that they're creative because they're like, my special prompts, I typed in lady looking out window. I'm responsible for this entire like painting all of it. Like, bro, for real? It's silly. Skeleton, you like how iRobot did the interpretation? Was that the one where they had like proxies of themselves that they sent out? Like you would literally send out almost like a mannequin robot of yourself? Jess, they tried dishes with a robot and it was making people sick because it's still too stupid. Here you go. It's 10% less than a lethal dose of soap. Will Smith starred in it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Skeleton, I saw that one like a while back, so I don't remember much about it. Just the people have proxies that they send out into society in their place. I, Robot was the Will Smith movie, wasn't the proxy movie. Isn't it? Brady says, no, the Will Smith takeover. Takes over what? Now I got a Bruce Willis movie. Surrogates is the proxy movie. Hold on. All right, hold on. No, this is what I'm talking about. Everyone has a fucking white robot body. These are the guys exactly. This is what I'm talking about. It's iRobot. We're talking about the same movie. Everyone has a proxy, a little white robot guy they send out into society in their stead. So whatever this movie you guys are talking about, Surrogates. It's the number one with Bruce Willis. What the hell is this? Have I seen Surrogates? I don't think I have. Hey, Nathan. Nice to see you, buddy. I was actually thinking about you earlier today. I was like, I haven't seen Nathan in a while. Hope he's not dead. And here you are, gifting 10 memberships. Nicely done. Let the shields rain down. You are the member lord, big boy. iRobot's the maker of the robots trying to take over and Will stops him. Does nobody use those robots, though, in place, like, out in society? Or whatever? Well, now I have to watch Surrogates to see if I've seen that and I've got the two put together. Nathan's membership message says, Evening Perp had a great week off. Oh, nice, bro. An entire week off? That's dope. Oh, okay. iRobot's one where main AI decides people are a danger and takes over. Oh, maybe I should play that one for Carly. Carly's dad was like, please don't use AI. Like, all right, I'm going to note these down. Noted. We've made a note. iRobot's the Asimov book. Surrogates the Avatar. I don't know if I've seen Surrogates. Are people killing the surrogates? Is that what happens? Went out to the left coast to see your family? Oh, your sister and her husband and kids went a year sailing? They're going to go, wow, man. That's insane. Like, how can you take a year, not have to work or whatever? I mean, I guess, like, I don't know if you're retired or whatever. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, are we talking like on an Azure Lane boat, Nathan? Don't tell him, guys. Don't tell him. He doesn't know what that is. He wasn't here for the earlier part of this stream, so he'll just think it's a kind of boat and not a big jugged lady. Yeah, now I'm wondering if I did get Surrogates and iRobot like melded together. That's what happens when you've been alive for so long and seen so many movies. Stuff blends. Yeah, there's no way for me to know without watching. Well, I'll see what Carly wants to watch. See if she wants to watch either of these tonight. Maybe I'll watch them both. That'll be the best way. Jess, you haven't worked in 7 years, but you're not going on a year-long fucking sailing expedition, are you? Pierce, oh, you are semi-retired house dad? All right. All right, well, have fun with the ham phones and your kids. Oh, ham phones. I'm going to try some of those roasted almonds tonight. I got a bad habit of eating too much junk at night. So, I'm taking it way down. It's hard to not munch something after the stream, but there have been times where I've eaten like 3/4 of a big bag of salt and vinegar chips and whatever, and it's like too close to bedtime. It ain't good. Oh, Nathan, bro, if their job likes them that much and they can go back to it afterwards, that's sweet. That's sweet. I'm leaving for a year. Like, I mean, I could say I'm leaving for a year. I wouldn't have the money to pay my bills for that year, but like with this, at least I'm in charge, so I could just say, "All right, guys, I'll see you in like 2026," right? And just poop, gone. Of course, most of you would have fucking moved on to other shit and forgotten about me, but a handful of you would get a notification like a year or so later and be like, "Holy shit, wow, he's back. All right, let's go say hello." What up, Billy? The kits look all right. If you're going to go and play in a pre-release and have fun with them, they're all right. Card quality, leaving something to be desired. If you want more info, you can definitely watch the replay of this back over on the live stream archive. Because I did talk about it more than that and went through all the packs and everything. Nathan, that's what's going to happen with everyone in your life now. Everyone's just going to go away for like a whole year, and it's going to be the lost year, and everyone's going to come back and you'll be like, "Bro, I got used to the peace and the solitude." Doomblade, the only way you're going to spend more money on Magic is if they make a Five Nights at Freddy's secret lair or a big jugged secret lair. Give them time. Give them time. They'll circle back around to it, right? I imagine. They've already made some, like, half-decent jugged anime ladies for the Japanese audience. So it's only a matter of time before they try and milk them for North America again. Mossad, you want a magic historian secret lair? Yeah, that would be quite the lair, the most epic secret lair ever made. And it's just like, I'm just gonna do a tribute to other secret lairs. So I'll like be lifting my shirt up, biting my lip with my phone for the Goblin Gram one. Just like shitty versions of a bunch of different secret lair cards with me on them. Skeleton, you're boycotting secret lairs till they go back to the previous setup they had? Oh, I wouldn't expect that to happen anytime soon. Hamming it with loot? Yeah, not me and loot in the secret lair, thank you. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that action. Well, I'm looking forward to the this upcoming weekend, man. I got to go to the pre-release and then Comic-Con back to back, pretty much. It's pretty dope. Going up to the falls is all right, and if Comic-Con turns out to be a bust, there's a bunch of fun stuff to do in the falls. So it's just like, all right, we'll see how it goes. Nathan says, I don't think I've ever had both sides of the board. Is there a bonus? Yes, the bonus is that you ultra donged it, bro. You double D'd it. You double did it. You're the new lord of the board, Nathan. Doing it in style. Didn't the CEO of Magic step down? The lady who left Magic, the president of Wizards or whatever, she went over to Funko's. That's where she went. She Funko'd off. Uh, Jess is correct. The bonus is that I love you even more. Still excited about the pre-release. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to get out and play. It's always a good time because I go with my buddy. So I know that I'm going to have at least one good person to hang with regardless of who shows up for the event. But there's usually a good turnout with a bunch of cool people. So I'm looking forward to that. And we go out to have something to eat beforehand too. So it's nice. We'll grab Arby's, something along those lines, and then hit up the pre-release. So that's fun. And then I'll come back and hang out with you guys. And then the next day I'm off to the Comic-Con. One of the game stores in town that's owned by a different friend of mine is going to actually have a booth there. So I'm going to make a point to find them. At least I think a booth, a table. I don't know. I know that they're closing their shop for 3 days for the Comic-Con. So I'm going to go and look them up while they're there. See who else is there. It's kind of crazy to me now that I think about it that I've never gone to one of these before at all. Juglum, you're still salty about missing out on Hatsune? Skeleton, what part of the Comic-Con am I most excited for? I would say I want to see the vendors and the stuff that they're selling, and then whatever random attractions they have. I don't really care about lining up to get somebody's signature. That's not like really high on my list of things to do. I'd probably be more interested in Magic artist signatures than just like, I think it's cool that Chevy Chase is going to be there, but I'm not going to get in line for his signature or anything. So that part is, I don't know how big any portion of whatever is, and I don't even know everything that's going to be happening there. So I'm going in with very low expectations. I expect there to be people signing stuff, vendors selling stuff, and some like things to look at, right? Just like, oh, this is the car from Ghost Toucher, right? Oh yeah, that's, look at the back seat. You can see where he touched the ghost. It's still got the wet spot, like stuff like that. Stuff like that. But I'm not going in with much in the way of expectations at all. No idea, like the size and scope of it, what it all entails. I'm hoping to find something neat. Maybe come home with something neat, and if not, well, then at least came home with the experience, right? Because yeah, I've only ever really been to like card game events and stuff like that mostly. Nathan, am I gonna cosplay as an old wizard or a goat tickler? I'm going as the goat tickler. Well, the good news is he looks exactly like me with no costume or anything. No, I wasn't planning on dressing up in any capacity. Like, I just want to go and see what one of these is like. That's all. And I didn't want to dip my toes in with the huge one in Toronto. I wanted to start with one that was going to be like just like what I consider probably a decent size. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have experience with this stuff. So, a journey of discovery. But I'll bring back like pictures and video footage and stuff. Hopefully, hopefully I'll do it right. Sometimes I forget to record stuff or do a very bad job of it. I'm not great at the vloggy slash bloggy aspect of like actually recording what I'm doing at a place. Nathan, it's the Niagara Falls Comic Con, bro. That's what I'm doing. I'm going this upcoming weekend, so it's like less than a week away now. Me and Carly are going together. I already got my bus tickets. I already got my bus tickets to get me to the falls. Because I ride in style on the bus. On the cheapest bus. There's a bus that I think gets you closer, but it costs more money. So we're taking the one that requires more transfers and stuff like that. But hopefully we'll still work out just fine because it's cheaper. So thumbs up to that. First name's like way behind on the stream. How are you typing into the chat talking about proxies and stuff, and like everyone else around you's talking about different stuff? Like, how do you do that? How do you not notice that the proxy conversation happened like fucking 10 minutes ago, and you're talking about it now, and everyone else isn't? And he's not gonna hear this either. He's not gonna hear this either until it's too late. Go to live. Go to live. Nothing. You said a 2.5 day bus ride? That's crazy. I've been on like 3-day trips cross country to get from like Ontario to Newfoundland. Bus trips, I've only done like a 24-hour one that required staying in a New Jersey bus stop at 3 in the morning, which was harrowing. That was a harrowing experience. Jack, you drove your cousin to last year's Niagara Comic Con and got stuck with a parking fee of $50 for a day. Ooh, yeah. No, that's all right. That's all right. No, thank you. They do take advantage of gouging you, right? Yeah, Nathan, it is pretty close. It's like the bus ride is less than an hour. And then once we get into Niagara Falls, it's probably like 15 minutes to get to the actual place it's happening. Juggle 'em, rent a limo. I wish I was rich and I could do stuff like that. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Just, I'd love to surprise Carly like that. Like, check it out. Actually, we're going in like a limo. I've never been inside a limo, actually. Yeah, I've never been in a limousine. I have not experienced a lot of, like, the fancy life things, you know? I had fancy food at the YouTube parties. They had, like, food that was way beyond what I would normally have. Way too fancy for me. But I have not experienced a lot of the finer things in life. You know what? Let's end off opening a booster here. Let's end off with a booster of Japanese Modern Horizons 3. We got a Golem token. Foil planes. Foil galvanic discharge. Oh, ended off with Kozilek the Broken Reality. And a Pearl medallion. All right. That's juiced. That's juiced indeed. All right, my friends. This has been a fun time. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Nathan, you're the double D. Lord of the board, buddy. I will see you guys all next time. Into the water I go.